returning to the stage, Mr. Bill Leff in his T-6 Texan. Bill Leff accelerating to 135 miles an hour, pulls back and rolls it right over. In a 4-point hesitation roll right after takeoff. Bill Leff has been flying since he started flying gliders when he was 14 years of age, and lived and continues to live in the city that taught the world to fly, Dayton, Ohio. This T-6 Texan is the Air Force version of one of over 22,000 that were built. As we say hello to the Royal Air Force Red Arrows, now flying golf carts in formation. You think that's good? Wait till you see them when they're in their airplanes. Bill Leff now going up over the top in a 5,500-pound airplane. The years since Bill learned to fly, he's flown more than 170 types of aircraft. He completely restored this T-6 Texan himself. He's an airline pilot, a corporate pilot. He flies government contracts. He's a flight instructor. As a matter of fact, he's been my flight instructor on a couple of occasions, and a very good instructor he is indeed. But he is best known around the country for flying this beautifully restored T-6 Texan. If you were here last night, you saw Bill fly his Starfire night sky show. He's got lights all over this airplane. He's got pyrotechnics, which he mounts to the wingtips and fires them off from right inside the cockpit, all to a great musical track. Now, we're going to see if we can go live to the cockpit and say a quick hello to Bill Leff in the airplane, see if we can get him over on our frequency. Hey, Bill Leff, can you hear me at all, sir? All right, sir, I got you on discreet. Bill Leff, a pleasant good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a good day at Langley.
Hello, Langley Air Force Base. I'll tell you what a beautiful day it is up here, Rob.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And your airplane looks good. I love seeing the sun reflect off that. You spent a lot of time polishing your airplane, didn't you?
You betcha.
Okay, how fast are you going right now, Bill?
210 miles an hour. Get ready to go.
Okay, you're set up to do a Q&A.
4 G's right here.
4 times the pull of gravity as he traces in the sky a horizontal 8. 5/8 of a loop, he'll roll the airplane from inverted into upright, and then he'll do the same thing the other direction. Back at night, but he's going to do actually a roll and a half on the down line. Watch him. There's a half a roll. He goes back into the inverted, and then he'll roll it upright, and then he'll dive toward the ground and do the other half of the Cuban 8 in mirror formation. Now, how did that maneuver get its name? Well, in 1936 at the Miami Air Races, the late Len Povey was performing an air show, and it was too low at the top of a loop to complete it safely. So rather than having an accident, he did what Bill Leff did. Came down on the 45-degree down line and rolled the airplane in the upright position. He did the same thing in mirror image, just like we see Bill Leff doing. It looked like a horizontal 8 in the sky. And since Len Povey was also training the Cuban Air Force pilots to fly, they asked him after the show what the maneuver was, and he said, Ocho Cubano, Cuban 8, and the name stuck. We gotta love that Cuban 8, Bill Leff. Now what's coming up next?
Well, I'm getting ready to come here and do a good old barnstormer swoop. Did you hear about the invasion?
The invasion? No, I did not hear about the invasion.
The British are coming.
The British are coming. One if by land, two if by sea.
That's right. I don't think they've been here since the Great War of the Insurrection. I think we call that Independence Day.
You betcha. Well, we're glad to have them here, that's for sure. We're glad to have you here, Bill Leff. The barnstormers loop.
There's about 4.5 G's. Coming out
He goes from weighing 4.5 times his normal body weight to half his normal body weight. How many G's right there, Bill?
3.
All right, you're gonna go for 5? Right there.
There's 3.5 about it.
Okay, now he's grunting a little bit because all the blood wants to rush out of his head.
This is an energy management maneuver.
You bet him, you bet him it is. And as the blood wants to rush out of his head, he's got to grunt and squeeze the lower part of his body to keep the blood in the upper part of his head so he doesn't pass out. He'll lose his color vision, lose his peripheral vision, and then it'll all get just really dark and gray and tunnel vision, and then it'll pass out. Now, Bill's keeping it down to about 3 Gs. Some of us, I remember passing out once at just 4 Gs in an airplane, and I woke up, I felt like it had a nice long nap. Hey, I'll take a nap with you sometime if you pull 4 Gs, Bill.
Oh, this won't be a 4G maneuver. You just guess what I'm doing here. I'm going to get down here on the deck and then pull up and move the gear handle.
I gotcha. Now, he's got a gear handle in his panel off to the left-hand side. He's got his stick coming up through the floorboard between his knees, and it's in his right hand. He's got his feet on the rudder pedals. Now watch as the airplane rolls over. Now watch how different it is. It goes over the top. Look at that. The wheels are now out. Well, you either put them up or down. I'm not sure which, Bill.
I extended them.
Ah, yeah, you extended them. Yes, indeed. Well, you're getting dirty aerodynamically speaking, aren't you?
There you go. Okay, I'm going to come by and do a dirty roll.
When he says dirty, that means dirty aerodynamically.
Show him right with the gear down this time.
All righty. Aerodynamically, those wheels down there put a whole lot more drag on the airplane. Now watch the skill of Bill Leff as he goes into a roll with the gear down. Only 600 horsepower. Put your hands together for Bill Leff. What a drag.
There you go.
What's coming up next, Bill?
We're going to slow it up here and give myself a little bit of time to say hi to the folks. We'll do a high alpha pass.
Okie dokie. Let me explain to him what high alpha is, okay?
Roger, Roger.
All right, high alpha is a term meaning high angle of attack. He's going to slow the airplane down, use all the power he can, and bring the nose up above the horizon. And alpha, or angle of attack, is the number of degrees above the relative wind, or in this case, the horizon, that the airplane is pulled. He's going to slow it down. Call the speeds out, Bill.
I'm just passing 80 on the way to 65.
Is that miles per hour?
Miles per hour.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Passing me here pretty soon.
I hope so.
Hey, while I'm flying along here and I've got a little time on my hands, I just want to say a big hello and a big salute to all the folks here at Langley Air Force Base and all the folks in the Air Force, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, all those that are serving our country, defending us 24/7. Big salute from Bill Leff Air Shows and my family and everybody in the United States. You guys are just tops.
Hey, Bill, happy birthday last month to you.
Yeah, let's not forget the Brits.
No, I mean, without them, you know, we just have an average air show. No, that's not true. We have a great air show, and with them, it's even greater. Hey, Bill, coming up, it looks like you're going to suck the gear up in a minute, aren't you?
Upsy daisy.
That's one of the fastest landing gears on a T-6 I've ever seen. How'd you get it to work so fast?
Oh, that's a true story.
Little trade secret, eh?
I told somebody once.
You say that again?
Lots of new O-rings.
Okay. When was your airplane built, Bill?
This airplane was built in 1943 in Dallas, Texas, and served at Victoria Army Airfield in Victoria, Texas.
And did it see any Korean activity?
After that, it was remanufactured in 1951, and it spent its last career as a trainer at Malden Air Force Base in Malden, Missouri.
And when did you purchase it, Bill?
1975.
1975. This is Bill's 32nd year in the air show industry, and he's flown about 1,000.
T-6 will run upside down.
Well, put her upside down. Let's see what she looks like. He's flown nearly 1,000 performances. Now let's listen to the engine. there, buddy?
Yeah, that's a good old gal. She just keeps on ticking like a time bomb.
You had a kind of an interesting situation with your engine last summer headed up to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. They had an engine failure.
And what did you do?
Down there, may have seen it on YouTube or on television. Landed on a highway, bounced it over a state police car.
Yeah, they got it on the dashboard cam, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
You and your son were aboard. You did a masterful job of saving the airplane and your life and your son's, and hurt nobody on the ground.
What about this? Here comes a 4-point roll.
All right, every 90 degrees, we're looking for it going into knife edge flight. Watch him, he'll stop at every 90 degrees. The nose comes up, throws the stick to the left, stops it, goes into inverted flight, stops it again, goes into the knife edge flight on the right-hand side, stops it, and then shuts it over to center and puts it back. Knife edge, and inverted, a 4-point hesitation roll. Say again, Bill?
Let's do a little camera pass.
I think that'll work. All right, this is the time to get your cameras ready. You get a chance to see one of the shiniest T-6s anywhere in the world. Served with the United States Army and the United States Army Air Force, and then with the Air Force into the 1950s, and Bill bought it, as he told you, back in 1975, and it has been his airplane of choice ever since. As he comes down, he'll dive for some energy, and he'll put it up on the right wing, banking it to the right. Take a look at that. That's a beautiful look, Bill. Hey, think you can make the engine really growl for us once?
All right, we'll do that. Here we come again. With the top up at full brake windows.
Okie dokie. Now, when
Every time this plane goes supersonic, at least part of it.
That's right. Now, the airplane has a maximum speed of a couple of 100 miles an hour, but the actual sound we're going to hear is not so much that Pratt & Whitney radial engine, but the sound of the propeller tips actually going supersonic at about 2,500 revolutions per minute. Let's listen from the right as Bill changes the pitch or the bite of the angle of the propellers to really get that big growl in it. This is a great chance to hear this incredible airplane. We're ready. How'd you like that sound, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, they like that sound, Bill.
Me too. Hey, this is my last pass, and this is going to be a victory roll. A salute to all the folks serving overseas from the U.S., Canada, Britain, all the countries that are supporting the war on terror. This is a special salute from me to you guys, and also a memory of Senator Bush through these airplanes back in the big war.
Roger that. By the way, it seems to me I remember you used to deliver papers at the Wright Brothers home in Dayton, Ohio. Is that true?
That's true. That's how I earned my money to learn to fly, was delivering newspapers to the Wright Brothers house.
Excellent. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Bill Leff and the victory roll. That's what they did when they came home from a combat mission successfully. They gave it a big old victory roll to the top. Very good, Bill. So long, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to bring it into land. Bill Leff in the North American Texan. Hey, Scott Tucker, if you can go to the dinner tent, you can hear my voice. Scott Tucker, your mom and dad are looking for you over there. And if you see Scott Tucker around, he's got an 88 Dale Earnhardt gray t-shirt on. Maybe you could give him a little help and help him find his way over to the dinner tent or get us to the stage here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look at the airplane taking off. That is Kyle Franklin. He is flying an airplane known as the Mystery Ship. Kyle Franklin's going to depart the area. He'll be back in just a few minutes.